Hello, my name is Jim Downs. I'm a field specialist in forestry for Ohio State University Extension. Today, I am back at Vinton Furnace State Forest to introduce my favorite shrub, which is leatherwood. Leatherwood is a fairly unique shrub that isn't extremely common across Ohio, although it is scattered all across the state. The specimen that I am standing next to was actually ornamentally planted, and leatherwood will grow very well as an ornamental plant. However, it's not commonly ornamentally planted. One of the unique things about leatherwood is the extreme bendiness of the twigs. It has extremely flexible twigs that tend to bend and not break. There's actually times on this shrub where people have taken the twigs and tied them into a knot, which is kind of a loop, and the twigs didn't break. One of the unique things about leatherwood is that this is among the first of our native plants to flower in the springtime. So here it is actually early April in southeastern Ohio, and most of the flowers on this individual plant have already gone away. And you're actually able to see the seeds of leatherwood developing on this specimen. The flowers themselves, when they are open, are about an 1/8 inch in diameter, maybe about a 1/4 inch in length, and will be somewhat of a yellowish color. They will persist for maybe a week in the early springtime, and then if they're successful, they will develop into seeds. The twigs and the stems of this tree are very smooth and tan. Where this shrub gets its name, leatherwood, actually comes from the Native Americans would used to use the bark of this for a substitute for leather. They would use it to tie things or to bind things in place. The leaves of leatherwood are simple and alternate. They're smooth out along the margins, so no teeth along the margins. Right now, the leaves on this particular specimen are fairly small, but during the growing season, once it's had a chance to mature, they will be perhaps 3-4 inches in length and a few inches across. During the growing season, when the leaves are on this tree, you'll actually not be able to see the buds or the future leaf buds. That's because those buds are going to be submerged within the petiole of the leaves. So this is a fairly uncommon shrub, as I mentioned. Where you will most commonly see it growing is on moist, well-drained sites, commonly going to be mostly associated with yellow poplar and spicebush, but will not be nearly as commonly found across our woodland areas as either of those two plants. As far as how large this shrub can get, this shrub, most of the time you'll see it will be 3, 4, 5 foot in height. Occasionally, really large, impressive specimens can get up to around 10 to 11 feet in height, but that is not very common at all. As far as the age of these larger specimens, it wouldn't be unheard of to see these shrubs get to be 65 to 75 years old, perhaps even older than that. With that, thank you for watching and have a great day.